Welcome to day 42 of Tales from West Gardiner, Maine. We're actually standing on the banks of the Kennebec in Waterville, Maine, looking at Winslow. And right behind me is the 2-cent bridge. It's a suspension bridge made for pedestrians only. And the toll to walk across was 2 cents, hence the name. It was built in 1903 and replaced the bridge that was built about 3 years before that, which was washed away in the flood. That was the 1-cent bridge. Probably why it washed away. But speaking of devices that men make, my Uncle Willie and his boy Ted and Willie's wife went down to Portland shopping. Well, Willie and Ted ain't into shopping. They were going to spend the night, so they dropped the wife off over at the mall, and they went to a hotel right across the parking lot. Going to check in, get their room for the night. Well, they walked into the lobby and they saw something odd they'd never seen before. They saw it was a section of wall, looked like a piece of steel. They 2 steel doors or something. It was really weird looking. They stood there and studied for a minute. All of a sudden, it opened up. A bunch of people stepped out. Some other people stepped in, the door closed, and then they noticed there were lights on the side that went bing, 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 right up to like 6 or 7 floors, or whatever they were doing. They didn't quite understand it, never seen nothing like it. Pretty impressed though. So they stood there and studied it for a little while, 2 or 3 hours. And as they were standing there, people getting on, getting off, getting in, getting out, an older woman, probably in the mid to late 90s, come along on a cane, hobbling quite bad, weren't particularly attractive, made her way over to that section of wall, and that's when they noticed that how it worked. She reached out and touched a little button on the side of the wall that forced them doors to open up. She walked right in, them doors closed behind her. Then they noticed them lights went all the way up to the top, had hesitated for just a moment, and were all the way back down. Them doors opened up, and then one of the most attractive young ladies they've ever seen in their life stepped out. Willie turned to Ted, he said, "Ted, go get your mother." Hey, stay separated, be kind. We need it, eh?